Hello and welcome back to Clicks on the Side. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of a product that just came out from Wizkids, one that I've been very much looking forward to since it was previewed and I'm very excited to finally have in my hands. I took advantage of the Wizkids sale over the last weekend for the Adepticon online sale, and I went ahead and got myself the Bifrost boxed set. Yeah, as soon as they showed off the Rainbow Bridge, I knew I had to have it. So it came in yesterday, so very good turnaround, very quick turnaround for Wizkids. Got it within a week of ordering it, and now I get to share it with you fine people. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start off with, oh, almost dropped him. We don't want to do that. We're gonna start off with Loki. I really like what they did with these sculpts. I love the idea of the rainbow bridge underneath them. It's a great pose for this Loki as well. And if you've seen my videos before, you know I'm a sucker for anything Loki. I do love Loki. There we go. And then they did great on the cards as well, with the background of the cards matching the piece of Bifrost that is on their sculpt. Loki has the Mystics team ability as Guardian, Young Avengers, Deity, Herald, and Mystical keywords. Can be 100 or 75 points, and has improved targeting through character bases with a range of 5 and 1 target. Does come with a trait, Sneaking into Midgard. Willpower. When Loki uses it and succeeds, you may generate a rainbow hindering terrain marker. Let's see, he starts off top dial with Running Shot, Penetrating Psychic Blast, Invincible, and a special damage power throughout. If you start him at 75 points, he has Sidestep with Penetrating Psychic Blast, Super Senses, and that special damage power. And there at the tail end, he does have Phasing Teleport with Precision Strike and Regeneration, again with that special damage power. But he does have a second trait, and that trait is Over the Rainbow. When Loki rolls a single d6, after rolling, you may remove any number of any friendly rainbow terrain markers that he occupies or is adjacent to. If you do, increase the result by +1 for each terrain marker removed this way. Very handy to help out with his special damage power. All my X's in the Nexus. Outwit. Shape Change. When Loki uses it and succeeds, after resolutions, you may place a friendly character that shares a keyword with him into a square adjacent to him. That is a solid damage power. Always gotta love when you get extra rollouts. At 75 points, you get the super senses, you get the shape change. I could play him at either one. I love that he has the Young Avengers keyword. I just have a gut feeling that that's going to be a good keyword here in the next year or two, based on what the MCU seems to be cooking. I just feel like it's about time for that keyword to get a little bit of shine on it. And then, of course, you can't go wrong with Deity's been popular, Herald's been popular, and you can't go wrong with Mystical. Lots of possibilities for this Loki, and I'm sure you'll see him in a team build very, very soon. Up next, on the next section of the Bifrost, we are going to be looking at, yeah, it might be my favorite sculpt of the set. It's one I've been waiting for a new version of this character since, oh boy, it was Thor Ragnarok, the Thor Ragnarok movie set. But we finally have ourselves a new Heimdall. Oh, he's beautiful. I love this sculpt. Just keeping watch over the realms. Yes. And as you can see, yeah, it's not an exact match, but it's super close. as the Bifrost just continues to go throughout the set. We have Heimdall. No team abilities, but does have the Asgardian, deity, herald, and warrior keywords. Can be 100 or 50 points. No range, so that is a little bit of a downer, but still very solid. We do have a trait, Guardian of the Bifrost. Probability control, but Heimdall can use it regardless of line of fire. When Heimdall uses it, he may count range from any friendly rainbow terrain marker. Power, generate a rainbow hindering terrain marker into any unoccupied square on the map. That's right, anywhere on the map. That is solid. Starts off with, at 100 points, starts off with Charge, a special attack power, Impervious, and Close Combat Expert. Later on, that does turn into Charge with TK, Invuln, and Close Combat Expert. If you start him off at 50 points, it's Phase Teleport with TK, Invuln, and Close Combat Expert. And on his last 2 clicks, he goes into Charge with that special attack power, a 19 Super Senses, very nice, and Battle Fury. Let's see what else he's got going on. He has a second trait as well. You can eat Rainbow Bridge. Super Strength. When Heimdall uses any rainbow terrain marker to take a terrain action, modify his attack +1 and increase the damage dealt +1. Very nice. So with that Close Combat Expert, if you're able to use Super Strength, you could essentially be +2ing his attack and his damage. So on top dial, he could potentially be a 12 attack for 5 damage in the right situations. And then he has his special attack power, but you shall not cross it. Quake. When Heimdall uses it, he may target opposing characters occupying or adjacent to any friendly rainbow terrain marker, regardless of adjacency. Very nice. So you can use that power to put that piece of rainbow terrain marker right in there with your opponents from across the map. Next thing you know, he's quaking you next turn, and very solid Heimdall. Again, another piece you will probably be seeing in a team build before very long. Up next, probably my least wanted figure from the set, but it's not. I love all of them. Just personally, of the characters, this one was on my low side, but very, very solid piece as well. We are going with the All-Father himself. We're bringing in Odin. Very nice. We got the yellow and blue piece of the Bifrost coming in. Right there. Odin. Oh. A little bit of shadow there. There we go. I'll just have to do it this way. Can come in at 250 points or 75 points. Has the Power Cosmic Team ability as Guardian, Deity, Mystical, Past, Ruler, and Warrior keywords. Improved targeting through hindering terrain with a range of 6 and 2 targets. And he does come with a trait. Long live the king. Leadership, Perplex. When Odin rolls a single d6 and the result is 5 or 6, after resolutions you may generate a rainbow hindering terrain marker within range and line of fire. When Odin is KO'd, you may choose another friendly character with the Asgardian keyword. This game, that character can use this trait. Always gotta love when you can pass a trait along to another character should your big guy go down. 250 points is awful expensive, but with that you get a 10 running shot, 12 penetrating psychic blast, a 20 invincible with range with 4 damage, and range combat expert. So he can definitely hold his own at 250 points. He's going to have to. Later on, that does turn into a charge with blades. impervious, and exploit weakness. And if you start him off at 75 points, very solid dial as well, because he starts off with an 8 charge, 11 blades, 19 invincible, and exploit weakness. And later on, it does turn into hypersonic speed with precision strike, impervious, and close combat expert. A very solid, it's only 5 clicks, but it's a very solid 5 clicks for 75 points. He does have one more trait on the back, and that is the Allfather. Empower Enhancement. Friendly characters occupying any friendly rainbow terrain marker has Safeguard Outwit. So there you go. I was wondering a little bit why some of these other characters didn't have the Power Cosmic team ability, but there you go. Odin is your way of essentially giving that to your Loki, who has willpower already. But yeah, very solid piece for 75 points. 250, like I said, is expensive, but he would be a beat stick. You would be able to do some things with him, and you still lose 50 points to get some support for him. And now on to, in my opinion, the main event. I didn't think he was going to be, but after looking at the cards, he is my most looked forward to piece from this set. And we are looking for the main. We are looking at the main Asgardian himself. We have Thor. And with him, the Bifrost is complete. Now we just went over that. All right. There we go. Sorry about that. Thor can be 150 or 100 points. Has the Avengers team ability. Asgardian Avengers, Deity, Herald, Mystical, Ruler, and Warrior keywords. Does have improved movement through blocking terrain. A range of 6 with 2 targets. And does have flight. Comes with the trait Journey to Midgard. Willpower. For when Thor uses it and succeeds, after resolutions, you may place him into an unoccupied square within range with any friendly rainbow terrain marker. If you do, remove all rainbow terrain markers from his square. When Thor is given a move action or hits, after resolutions, generate a rainbow hindering terrain marker. And you see, for 150 points, you do start off with hypersonic speed, penetrating psychic blast, a 19 invincible defense with exploit weakness, and look at that. On the click number 2, I believe that is going to be a stop click. And then for 50 points, you get 2 extra clicks. They're solid clicks, but it is an expensive 2 clicks. At 100 points, he does start off with charge, super strength, invincible, and exploit weakness. Later on, it goes down to invulnerable until you get to what appears to be another stop click, which gives him hypersonic speed, pin side, that stop click, and exploit weakness. Very solid. Let's take a look at the back. He does have another trait, and that is Bifrost. To me, when Thor makes an attack, you may remove any number of any friendly rainbow terrain markers that he occupies or is adjacent to. If you do, modify damage +1 for each removed rainbow terrain marker for that attack. That is crazy, especially with his exploit weakness. Oh, he's going to be able to just wreck some people. And yeah, this is probably going to be my favorite Thor in quite some time. I already have an idea for a team build for him. I just got to work out the little pieces. I'm very excited for this Thor. And then there is the stop click where Thor has been deemed worthy. Stop, defend, invincible. That's right. You gotta love having invincible, but that is a 19 defend that kicks in as well. So if you have him next to another character, they get to greatly benefit from that. I'll go ahead and spoil it. There he is. I think this Thor will work out very well with Legacy Captain America. I always said with this Captain America, the idea is you want high pointed characters to go with him. That way you have a smaller force to go up against, to get your pogs out a little bit faster. At 100 points for that Thor, that's 175 points of your team right away. Yeah, that's a great start to being able to get those pieces out. Spoiler, there's going to be a video on that coming out very soon as well. But that has been my unboxing of the Bifrost box set. Very excited that this Wizkids exclusive came out. I hope they keep up with the virtual cons, because most of us just, at least I, have not been able to make it to one yet. So I do appreciate that they were able to make them available to the general public, even if you do have to pay for the shipping. But you know what? On top of it, I also got, it was $50, so that met the $50 limit to get the free gift as well. You'll be seeing that in another video. But yeah, they got my money as soon as they previewed this set. Well, let me know what you think. Which character are you most excited about from this set? And thank you very much for joining me. Until next time, this has been Clicks on the Side.